Welcome to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Join us as we review our favorite RPGs, collectible card games, MMOs, video games, PC games, and bring up interesting topics and things that we'd like to share with everyone. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening. Welcome back to Creative Play and Podcast Network's RPGaDAY 2016, day number 3. Character moment you are proudest of. For myself, I would have to go with the Unlikely Fellowship Tilda giving up her gold and serving the dragon to save all of her party members. You have no idea how hard that was for her to part with her gold. She worked very hard to get that gold, but nope, to save her companions who were stupid enough to attack the dragon. I love you, Karen. She was playing to her character.
She was completely playing her character.
Playing smart.
She was just being completely, stupidly reckless.
So Tilda had to save the day
by giving up all her gold and swearing to serve the green dragon.
Yeah, it actually was pretty darn clever between me and Xander.
Yeah.
We had this whole political structure thing worked out. It was awesome. That boy can play. Oh my goodness. But her sacrificing herself, her independence and her money. I mean, that was a big one for her, to save her friends.
But you did an amazingly good job, and you rolled well, too. To save everyone in the group who was pretty much SOL at that point.
Yeah, I think we had 3 people already.
Half the group was down the other
already.
half was down to like 10 hit points.
Yeah.
There's no way you could have taken that dragon.
Nope.
But hey, stupidly reckless sometimes works, and then daringly cute. And plucky. Because when a green dragon has the chance to corrupt a rogue, that's just a good thing.
Like, a rogue really is that far to be corrupted.
The dragon didn't know, just knew it was a cute little halfling. A corrupted halfling? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How about you?
For me, character moment that I'm most proudest of. I would have to go...
Is a player character or an NPC since you...
I have not actually gotten to play much this year.
No.
Oh, actually, you know what? You know which one I'm going to go with?
Huh.
When we played with Ben at RingCon, the World of Do.
That wasn't into... Oh, no.
It doesn't have to be for day 3. No, it's
Oh.
just proudest of. My proudest character when I was playing the Traveling Sanshin, which is basically a bard in Japan. A traveling guitar player. We were at the tea house.
Yep. / brothel that I ran.
/ geisha house. That Kelly's character was the geisha who's
that
now
I
in
took
charge.
over after my mistress died.
Your mistress was murdered.
Yeah.
And the rest of the group went off to go chase a red herring. The other 3 people of the group. Oh. My character, who's a traveling Sanshin, makes money by sitting there basically playing at the geisha house. He decided to stay back at the geisha house because he had Yakuza tendings with the rest of the group, but our backgrounds were very dangerous that we might kill each other. Yeah. So I purposely removed myself from the Yakuza group so we wouldn't go to blows with each other.
Yep, and you and I had unfinished business because we were trying to get the instrument back that I possessed now.
One of my character's goals was the geisha house secretly had my mother's priceless Senshin, which I was trying to get back before the murder happened, which I didn't even know if I was guilty of the murder or not because of that. Well, what was it, Iron Tiger or Gold Tiger?
It was something like that. Yeah,
the rival gang that was attacking the geisha house at the moment. The leader was some kind of metallic tiger because he had a metal hand that was claws.
Claws, yeah.
Really great idea that Ben came up with. Well, his gang comes in when it's just the two of us and a couple of the geisha girls. We were completely outnumbered, ridiculously outclassed.
And they were trying to take over my business.
Yep.
Oh, hell no.
They were there to take the geisha house. Well, while we were there, I start playing music that's calming and soothing. And basically, the World of Do plays sort of like Fate, where you can put aspects on scenes. So originally, I started to put a calming aspect so these guys wouldn't trash the place and kill all of us because they outnumbered us.
Yeah, well, do you remember what I did?
I do. You remember you added something to the tea.
Yes, I poisoned them.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, the moment we're getting to that I'm actually most proud of is even though my character and the geisha's character did not like each other, we had a nice, good, friendly rivalry. And thankfully, we're good enough role players that we love and respect each other and can role play two people who freaking despise each other across the table, and then make moony eyes later.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was all of a sudden shit was going bad. They were going to do violent stuff. So immediately, I described that my Sanshin gets up from where he was sitting playing, this smooth, soothing thing, and he starts playing fighting music. And immediately, basically, I'm building up a dice pool for when I do my one trick. I've got one combat move that when I draw my weapon, I have bonus dice to my first attack, and that's it. I suck after I draw that weapon out. So I start playing the fighting music and building up a dice pool. I get all up in their faces while I'm singing this song.
Well, because he was going after me.
Yeah.
He figured out that I had poisoned them.
Yeah.
And he was about ready to beat me down, you know.
The geisha...
Although I had sent for help from our other compatriots.
We were too far away
but they wouldn't be there in time.
Yeah.
And he'd already bitch slapped me.
Yeah, we were explained by the GM that the rescue would not be coming in time. And the tiger was getting ready to seriously rough her up. And one of my character's backgrounds were I respect women. So I'm playing the fighting music, walking my way through the crowd, almost Elvis style, of with that Sanshin in my hand, storming my way up to him. And immediately I interrupt before he gets ready to hit her again because she can't take much damage.
No.
I drop my Sanshin like drumsticks, pull my sword out, and stuck him in the throat with my sword. Now, I'm most proud of, because in World of Do, a cool game mechanic that Ben came up with is when I shot, he got to shoot. So we actually secretly bid on how many dice we roll.
Yeah, bet.
Yeah, we bid on how many dice get used for the roll and how many dice after the roll can be used to add additional things and elements to the story.
Uh-huh.
Well, I hit him. I got him. I took him down almost to complete death.
But he wasn't dead.
For his bid dice, he failed, so I hit him. But he had enough dice held back that he took that metallic claw of a hand and stuck it right in my heart. So instantaneously, the Sanshin drops his instrument, whips out his sword, and sticks the guy in the throat while the guy sticks his claws into his chest, and we both take each other out. We're not dead, but we're taken out.
Yeah.
And then that was my proudest moment. No, my proudest moment.
Your proudest moment.
My proudest moment. It got worse.
We have to follow up.
Yes, we have to follow up.
Shortly after, our compatriots arrived, one of whom is my servant.
Well, don't forget, you did the coup de grace to the tiger with your hairpins.
But that's the point. Hold on. It's like, so then my servant shows up. Now, the thing is about my servant, he's actually a supernatural being. He actually is a ghost that feeds on corpses and stuff. So he sees the plethora of options and starts trying to eat his way across the room. I literally have a choice of either coup de grace the guy who just attacked me, or save the Senshin from being eaten and then, of course, dead, from my servant. I chose the coup de grace. I let my husband die.
You took your needles, put them right into his eyes, and your servant, and the player of the servant was so cool because he looked at me with this sad face, like, "Are you okay if I kill you?" I'm like, "Dude, it's a one-shot game. It was for RingCon.
It was so much fun.
It was a great game." And literally, that's how my Sanshin went down. Was he was taken out by the tiger, who he took out in turn, and unfortunately was eaten by a devouring spirit.
Yeah, that was fun.
But the mere fact that my guy sacrificed himself to save his rival was my proudest moment as a character.
Yeah, not so proud for me. That the fact that I basically did not reciprocate. But on the plus side, I actually, at the end of the game, where they were handing out tokens, basically, for the most valuable player and stuff, I got one of the tokens for my role-playing, which was very cool. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was... And thank you again for that, Ben, if you hear this.
That was an awesome game, and I'm so sad that you were sick the last RinCon.
Yeah.
And we couldn't game with you.
I know, both of us had bronchitis. It was bizarre.
Yeah, but his was really bad.
Yeah.
He was really sick, so...
So that's the character moment that we are most proudest of. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for listening, and have a good one. And if you get a chance, check out RingCon for 2016. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, steampunk theme.
Steampunk!
Woohoo! And check out World of Do. Awesome game. Japanese noir.
Yep. If you know the Fate system, you pretty much know exactly how to play World of Do. And also, The Sound of Water. It's a sequel that lets you play ninjas and supernatural characters.
Well, more
supernatural characters. But yeah, ninjas.
Ninja.
Totally ninja.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.
Hey gamers, Jim here from Creative Play and Podcast Network. If you're in the Tucson area this September and October, I've got a special message for you.
Hey, this is Karen from RinCon. We are having our convention from September 30th through October 2nd here in Tucson, Arizona. Come out and play every kind of game under the sun with us. We've got role-playing, board games, minifigs, CCGs, we've got Artemis, we have panels with special guests, and this year the theme is steampunk. So get out your, dust off your dirigibles, get out your chapeaus and put them on, come on down.